fall ball's ended, and I actually filled in on Courtney and Maya's show the other week, right after their fall ball ended. What's life like now, right? Because school's still going on, and you guys have kind of adjusted by now for school. Walk us through your daily routine. Like, what are we doing on a daily basis? Because I'm sure there's still some training and hard work involved in your day-to-day lives.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like mellowing out a little bit, which is nice. We have some more time to like focus on school.
Fall activities.
Yes, fall activities.
Are we going to Vala's? Like, is that? I know that's super popular.
Well,
so
actually,
she went home, and then she's been wanting to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she went home, and then we went to Roca.
Okay.
Without me while I was gone. So it was a little bit upsetting.
It was fall break, no school.
Yeah.
So it was like the perfect time.
No, I don't blame them. I would have gone too, but I'm a little bit upset.
Fall break was 2 days. I know people that got like a week, and us at Nebraska got 2 days.
Yeah.
So
we get a long Thanksgiving break.
Okay, good.
So I think that's maybe what like.
I haven't looked ahead that far at what this class schedule is like. The listeners know this, but I'm a senior in college, so the listeners know that though. But once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys. Okay, so I kind of want to ask this because I said it right before we went live that when I played in high school, I was a catcher, and baseball and softball, I should say, my favorite sport above all. Big Chicago Cubs fan, but anyway, that's yeah, exactly. I wore the short sleeve hoodie, but that's besides the point. Why catcher? Because people used to ask me, obviously, when I was still playing, but my days are over. And I want to ask you guys because I'm curious, when you play it at such a high level like you guys are, obviously Big Ten freshman of the year, and then both of you play for Nebraska. Why catcher? Why did you guys choose that position?
I kind of chose it. I feel like since I was younger, like I just like to be involved in every play, kept me interested a little bit, and yeah, it's just fun to touch the ball and be involved. And
yeah,
I feel like you have like a big presence on the field.
Where are you from now?
Minnesota.
Okay, so like, so here it's select. Like, what is the pre-college softball scene up in Minnesota like?
It's club, so the same type of deal, but it's kind of the same. I mean, we're traveling the same places, but we have like a few big like club teams, and then there's a lot of like different types. I feel like now, like in all states, there's just like a ton of different club teams.
Did you guys?
Competitive.
I'm always curious.
Like grueling travel, like everywhere.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know if you guys know DBAT Lincoln. I think okay. So I helped open that place, and we have obviously softball teams and club teams come in and practice, and they're always going to these wild places. I mean, but like when I played select baseball, like it was always Des Moines, Kansas City, Colorado, Omaha, like little places like that. Where's the farthest you guys have gone?
Oh, we went to California every year.
Okay.
When I played, like Nationals is there.
Okay.
And then Colorado is a big tournament that we play in.
Okay.
So kind of there. And then Oklahoma was a big hub, especially starting during COVID. We played at like the USA Hall of Fame Stadium a lot.
I feel like that's like the three big. Like,
Colorado, Oklahoma, Cali.
There.
Yeah. But I mean, we
club
played
kind of changey. I feel like with the alliance like thing. Like now, I don't know. Like I don't.
What do you mean by alliance thing? What do you mean by alliance?
I honestly don't. It's just like PGF is like a club organization type thing, and then now there's the alliance. It's just different tournaments, like different people running different tournaments. So like different teams go to different ones, and PGF was in California, and I think now people are doing some more alliance.
Yeah,
but that's kind of. I don't know.
PGF was like, I don't know. You have to basically like these tournaments, they want you to stay at a certain hotel, but if you want to stay in an Airbnb or something, you have to buy out for your whole team. Yeah. And so PGF was kind of like running that kind of business. Like they were like, you have to buy out, and it was just kind of like a mess. Like there was a lot of teams that, I don't know, it got really expensive. And so, some club teams came together and like created the alliance. And so my team was in like the Midwest League of the Alliance, and we'd host these tournaments, play these tournaments. And then I guess I don't really exactly know how it works, but the end of the year tournaments are like in different places now.
Ones. Yeah.
Like I remember my senior year, ours was in Oklahoma.
Okay. Gotcha. What's the summer ball scene like? I mean, because what's like summer ball like for you guys now? Like now that you're in college, though.
Oh, it's
do you guys play?
different.
Do you guys play?
I mean, I feel like
No.
no.
Oh,
but that's
okay.
like in high school and stuff. Summer ball was like the main grind of it.
Yeah.
Where now, obviously, that's the spring, like second semester, and then summer is like kind of that off time. You work on your own, you get better.
Gotcha.
So it's just totally flipped.
I always find it fascinating, like, and maybe I'm completely off when I say this. Like, you get recruited the most on your club team, not your high school team.
Yeah.
Is that right? Like, because you're going to more of these bigger tournaments and things like that.
You're
Is that
basically
right?
playing to get recruited.
Yeah.
Like that's literally the.
Gotcha.
And for high school, you're just like hanging out. Like you want to win for your high school, but it's more like fun and relaxed and all that kind of stuff.
I gotta ask, like, so did you guys find a team that like worked out really well for you? Because so I was actually having this conversation a couple weeks ago on my show, on my daily show, of like a lot of times a lot, like players will switch teams, and because not only like just because of them, it's parents that get, there's disruptions, or you're not happy with playing time. Like, where's your guys' approach on that? Did you find a good set of teammates and parents and a great coach that you kind of got to settle down a little bit?
In club, you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just across the board, like even growing up way before high school. Like, were you lucky enough to find a good set?
Yeah, I feel like I've always had like such a good group of girls and parents. And I like kind of grew up with the same team. So I kind of had the same team for a while. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I was lucky. I really just enjoyed. So I stayed on the same team.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of stayed, but I had a good experience.
Yeah. What about you?
It's a little bit different. I mean, I played with like similar girls, but I feel like as I got older, some of them would go and play on different teams. So I still was with some girls, but I ended up kind of on a different team towards the end. But I mean, it worked out great.
I mean, how did now I'm sure DP's asked you these questions, so I apologize if I'm repeating them, but like, how did your parents raise you guys? Like, I want to know the training regimens and how did you guys like go on the day-to-day basis of obviously improving your game, and whether you're going to get to a D1 level or not, or a D2, whatever it was. What was the daily regimen like growing up, and kind of just process of it?
I think for me, like my parents encouraged me to play softball, and like they wanted to help me in any way that I wanted, but they wanted me to do it.
Gotcha.
So they were supportive in whatever I chose to do, but they were, I mean, I would come and say, Dad, let's go hit, and he would of course like jump on it right away, but they never wanted to like push me in that direction kind of. So
I would say for me, my dad definitely like was hands-on. Like when I was young, we like worked together a lot, kind of like you and your dad. My mom was just kind of like supportive. Like she was always there for me. She's just like, if I got a hit, but like it literally was a grounder to like the pitcher, she'd be like, yes, like you got a hit. Like she was like that type, where my dad was like, no, you suck. Like, so it's just a different vibe, but I got both,
I'm the exact
angles.
same way. I feel like our moms are both similar.
They
both
are.
of our moms, I think we probably said this.
Yeah.
Both of our moms' names are Jen.
Okay.
And they're both nurses. So
yeah.
So
they're happy to be with us.
They're
happy
like,
to have us.
Good job. Like
So,
no matter what.
Are you guys the same age? Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, but so obviously didn't know each other before Nebraska. Okay, how about that? Once again, we're live here, Catcher's Corner. Ava and McKinley here. No DP tonight. Carter and Nick are hanging out with you guys. If you want to get in touch with the show, 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. If you have any questions for them, let us know. Once again, the phone number 402-464-5685. You can always reach out to them on Twitter, on their social media pages, or on our Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Okay, so walk us through a day in the life right now, and how different it is outside of season compared to in season.
So right now we have stuff like practices with the coaches on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So
because it's limited right now, right?
Yeah,
it's 8 hours.
We only have
gotcha.
A certain amount of hours. So, like on a Wednesdays, for instance, we'll have, since we both catch, it's pretty similar. We'll have like 40 minutes or 50 minutes of like a hitting session with Coach Miller and like a few girls, and then we'll have a bullpen with a pitcher and Coach Sip for like, again, 45 minutes to an hour or whatever.
Gotcha.
And then our lifts are a lot more now. So now we're doing like harder lifts just because we're not playing. So our lifts are longer. They're like an hour-ish.
Gotcha.
And that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So our weekends, we don't have anything on the weekends. And then we don't have any softball on Mondays and Fridays. But then we have lifts Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But it's, I mean, compared to like the fall and the spring, like this is definitely our off time. But I mean, it's also time we like to go, like we'll go in on our own and like work because
get little groups of girls together. And all that kind of stuff.
I feel like this time makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess coming off of the year that and I don't want to make this all about softball. I don't, but I'm curious. Coming off of the year that you guys had last year, which was pretty impressive. Obviously there were a lot of little streaks and little notes throughout the whole entire year. How do you continue to build off of it? What have you seen? Because you graduate. I mean, Olivia Farrell's now a grad assistant rather than a player. And you have Cam that graduated, and you have I'm blanking on Ani that graduated as well. Like, how do you build off of that and maintain success, I suppose?
I think that we just try our best to integrate the freshmen. I mean, they're doing really well and they fit right in. They're amazing girls and they're hard workers. And so I think just encouraging that at practice and keep being us. I mean, if we just keep our core values and our kind of core, I don't know, motivation and stuff. I mean,
yeah. How have you guys seen yourselves like grow as leaders in this last year?
I definitely think last year to this year, it's just different. Like last year, everything being new to now this year, like, you know, kind of how this works, you know, what's coming up, you know, how this time is like, you're definitely more comfortable. So you get to like dabble into that a little more and kind of like invest yourself a little more. Cause you're not always worried about like, what's new? When do I have to be here? Like frantic. It's like, okay, I know what I'm doing. So now you can like expand your horizon to like how you can help.
I'm sure part of it is like you're also able to help them out, like help the younger people out.
Yeah, we talked about last year all the time how, I mean, everybody did just such a good job of helping us and giving us little tips here and there, and so we try and do that now.
Yeah,
like Ani was a huge help behind the plate. I mean, she did an amazing job, just like always talking to us and helping us in practice and giving us all the instruction that she knew. So,
and we loved last year because of like the people and because of how easy they made it for us to just like love life and be comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, and it makes it easier going forward, I guess, when like to answer kind of my own question of maintaining success. Like you guys know what works. You guys have seen and have lived it, and you know it works, and you know that success is a result of it. So it makes it easier to pass it along and make sure that they kind of know you're going through. Yeah, exactly. You're going through the same. I mean, you went through the same things that they're going through, the grueling class schedules and the day-to-day process. That's just a grind.